Hi friends, welcome to this video. Today we are going to solve problem named New Year Chaos from interview preparation kit of the array part. So let's read the problem statement. The basic problem statement given here is: it is a New Year day and the people are in line for the Wonderland roller coaster ride. Each person wears a sticker indicating their initial position in an queue 1 to n, and any person can bribe the person directly in front of them to swap position, but they still wear the original sticker. One person can bribe at most two person. So this is very important, this statement, that one person can only bribe at most two person who are standing uh, before them. So a greater number can only, how to put it, can only bribe a smaller number standing before them to swap their position. So this is the basic idea. Determine the minimum number of bribe that took place to get a given queue order. Print the number of bribe. If anyone has bribed more than two people, print to chaotic. So if if you're not able to find any way a number is able to reach to a position of our given input queue, then basically you would say to chaotic if the total number of bytes that would be required to do so is more than 2. So this is the basic idea. Let me just write something. Yep. So the first thing we need to understand in this problem statement is that bribing the person in front of you is the only way to go forward, and we should take note of this point. The instances of number greater than you in front of you is equal to the bribe count, which is true. Do you really need to check everyone in front of you? So this is very important, because if you are able to do to this up to this part, the problem statement is right. But what will happen is that this is basically a medium level problem, so our problem statement would face runtime error. So we have to improve our time complexity. So a number 3 point you have to consider. The first thing that we are going to do is that to eliminate the chaotic cases. Obviously any person who is more than two position ahead of their initial, so any person who is standing to more than two position than the initial part, you would basically say that is not possible. That would basically mean that this person has bribed more than twice. So we would say to chaotic. So this, from this you would be able to get that position cannot position cannot be there, since they could not have bribed more than twice. This is the same thing. Question to ask yourself: can I know how many times I have bribed if I'm the only one standing in the queue? Every person with a number greater than me who is standing ahead of me must have bribed me at some point. Yeah, this is a very important point. So if any person, for example, let's take this is the ordered queue, and we have to reach to this in this point. So basically if you look at number 4, so you have to count the total number of values that are greater than number 4. So 10 is greater than number 4, 9 is greater than number 4, 8 is greater than number 4, 7 is greater than number 4, 6 is greater than number 4, and also 5 is greater than number 4. So there are total 6 values which is greater than number 4. So total number of bribes that number 4 has got is equal to 6. And if we are going to loop it through, for 10 there is no value which is greater than 10 which is standing before them, and it is same for all the others. So that's why the total number of bribe in this case is just 6. In this case if you look at it, it's a similar one than the last one, but 5 and 3 position have been interchanged. So what is happening is that when up to 6 we are getting that there is no values which is greater than 6 standing before it, but for 3 we are getting a value 5 which is greater than 3 standing before it. So that's why the number of bribe count is 7. This is the basic idea. So let's write the code. First we will count the number of bribes. So count, or let's take it count only, but the best would be the bribes. Count would be easier to understand. For I in range, we are looping through this array, and we are looping it from we are looping it backward. So length of the query -1, we will loop it till 0. So that's why in Python you have to, the loop would end at 0, so you have to provide it -1, and this step is -1. Once you have done that, we would check if the position of the value greater than 2. So basically we're doing this part. So we are eliminating any of the cases where any person who is more than 2 position ahead of their initial. So we are doing that part. So once we have looped through this, we will basically return we will print to chaotic and return the value 0. And for the rest of the part, for j in range max of 0 to q basically here we are looping our array from position of q minus 1. So basically if you look at the first position, okay, let's take this. Okay, so when you are starting this, so basically whichever the value is the maximum, so we'd be looping our array from two positions. So basically this is our initial position from 10, so q minus qi minus 2, right? Yeah, qi minus 2. So you will be looping from 8th position to ith position, which is 10. So this is the basic idea, from 8 to 10, because we know that the 10 value cannot be cannot have the value cannot be at the 10th place, because at 7th place, because if the value is at 7th place, then it has bribed more than 2 times, so which will become automatically chaotic. So in our loop we'll be basically looping it to two position. So you're basically looping it just 2 positions from its initial position to ith position. So from 8, 9 to 10 would be looping it. And you have also put maximum, because what would happen if, for example, in case of 2, so the value would be if you're from this 2th value is basically 1, so 1 minus 2 is equal to -1, so it will give an index out of bounds. So basically we are taking the max, because our loop would start from 0, so it cannot be less than 0. So anything which is means the initial value, means if after the value we are getting from subtracting the index to -2 or 0, whichever is the greater one, we'll be taking taking that value and would loop it till I. So this is the basic idea. Let's run the code. As you could see, it passed all the test cases. Yeah, so all the test cases have been successfully passed, and as always, please uh, please comment below any of the feedbacks that you think would help me to improve on this type of videos, or any better way I could explain you, or if you have any better solution that would be much more easier than this one, please comment below, send me your feedbacks, and as always, thanks for watching this video and stay tuned.